Disclaimer. This video is not done by any pundit, commentator or someone who's getting paid to talk. This is from a fan. Keeping it real always. Welcome everyone to my football diaries. This one is for the Monday night game between Wolves and Manchester City. So this was Man City's first inaugural game of the season, and for Wolves this was their second game after an away win at Sheffield. So Wolves is one of the toughest place to win, as they showed last season, and this should be a good test for Man City to actually test their game so early in the season. And as with the start, City looked good. They were in sync, and they looked like a team which did not miss any play for like 37 days that they have not played. One of the best players in the Premier League, Kevin De Bruyne, was being himself. He was making those crosses, and they looked like the team that could score. And Wolves were kind of not awake by then, and around the 22nd minute mark, Kevin De Bruyne was the one who earned the penalty and scored from the spot. So at this time, City went ahead in the game. City won, Wolves 0. Wolves had, I would say, few, but exactly 2 half chances in the first half, which could have been potential goals if they had made right choices. But City was always threatening, and a great pass from Jesus made to Foden, and Foden had an open goal to score, and he went ahead and put the ball in Wolves' net. So at that time, around 42nd minute mark, we were City 2, Wolves 0. And looking at the game as well, City's game with Silva and company gone, kind of the senior players, City were looking for someone to step up. And one of the players that did so was Fernandinho, who was very good in the midfield to actually go ahead and win those tackles. So he was one of the players. And for Wolves, Traore was once someone who made great runs but was unable to get anything done. He is someone who has to play more towards opponent's goal than he should be someone who should not take care of defense. Now, this was the same scoreline last season, 2-0, that Wolves were down, and it did not look like the same team last season which played the first half. So this was still maybe possible. So we went halftime with a scoreline of City 2 and Wolves 0. So at second half, we had a better Wolves team that came out, and they were playing good football, and they were trying to score. And at around 54th minute mark, Wolves had their best chance till date. The ball brushed the goal, and it felt like it went inside, but it was the other outside part of the net. So did not score. So Wolves were still down 2-0, and but the game was like they were looking to score anytime. So now they look like they have found their mojo now, and it looked like a mouth-watering last 30 minutes odd. Because it was much better game compared to what we saw in the first half from Wolves. And this was the time when I thought if crowd was there for Wolves, this would have made a difference. The intensity that Wolves were showing would have multiplied if the crowd was there. But yeah, I think so. Comment on, let me know, because these are the kind of games where I think when the team is playing so good, the crowd can make a difference. And let's see if we see any any difference. But there would be definitely, according to me. Now, in 5 minutes, I thought Wolves made around 4 to 5 chances, but they were unable to make anything out of it. But those were good chances, and that happened in the span of 5 minutes only. City's defense was tested in the last quarter of the game. Wolves were showing some steel, which actually made them 7th last season. That is, City controlled the ball and tried to slow the game, and this is the time when every City player actually touched the ball. There was a time when every City player had touched the ball, but they were not trying to score. They were just trying to slow the game. Just over 15 minutes of the game and left, and Wolves were trying to get something out of the play. At 77th minute mark, there was a double change done by Wolves, and a kind of a last dice. But at the same minute, I would say, Wolves scored a goal with a beautiful play, a great header from Jimenez, who got his second goal in the same number of games. This was kind of deja vu from the last season, because with 10 minutes left in this story, maybe this game could have a twist and a different ending. Then came a new signing for City. I did not think that they bought anyone, but they did bought Torres from Valencia. And Sterling had to make way for him, but as usual, Sterling was reluctant to do so. He had his slow walk towards the line. And at last kind of 89th minute, there was a free kick to City's goal by Wolves, but no, they were unable to find a head. And we got 4 minutes added to this game, so Wolves still had 4 minutes to get that equalizer and get a point from this game. And nothing happened for 4 minutes, and at the last kick of the game, Gabriel Jesus got a goal from a deflection from a Wolves defender. And so he finished it, and the final scoreline on this one, with that kick itself, the game finished, and the final scoreline for this one was Man City 3, Wolves 1. And that's just a kind of FYI. This was Man City's consecutive 10th year that they have actually started their season with a goal. With a win. So yeah, 10 years in a row. But kind of squad they have, it is not a big thing. And maybe 10th year was the mark when the Etihad money came in. So after that, they haven't lost the first game of any season. So that's good for them. After this game, I think City were tested in this game. Their defense was tested and they came out good. 3-1 was a good game. I think they also got a good game, just like Liverpool got with Leeds, in which they were tested. So this was the first game of the season. There's a long way to go. But as you know, they mostly were able to control the 90 minutes of the game, and they are off to their ambition to win the league this season, maybe. For Wolves, 2 goals in 6 minutes in the last game. Wolves did not start the same intensity in the first half. But from the second half, they can actually, there were many plus points from the second half, so they can take there. But as I said, Traore is someone who has to come forward, and he would be the game player for them. So he has to be in the front of the opponent goal more often. And there would be someone who would be battling at the top half of the table. Wolves have shown that in this game as well. And so that you can mark my words, this would be the most contested season at both ends of the table. So I think teams would be fighting till the end for relegation as well as for the top spot. So this was my thing for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye. So, if you liked what you heard, a click on subscribe would be grateful. If you have any comments, requests, share them on the comment section. I will definitely go through them. Talk to you on the next one. Bye-bye.